You're watching the Hi-Fi Critics. It's called soda, not pop. What do you call it?
Soda.
You?
Coke.
Oh, yes. You're from the...
You grew up calling...
I'm a Southerner.
Yeah. Everything's Coke. Purple Coke.
Yeah, Sprite Coke.
Yeah.
Right.
7-Up Coke.
Brand
You want to... Yeah, exactly.
Cook County Commissioners passed a 1 cent per ounce tax for sweetened beverage. What are you drinking right there? Is that a sweetened beverage?
It is.
According to the government, yes.
And I would have 12 cents on this can.
Except you got it for free from somebody else. But earlier this month, the courts delayed implementation of the tax. Originally, the tax was passed to raise revenue. That is really why they passed it, right? We'll get into that.
Yeah.
And eventually improve citizens' health. But once the tax implementation was delayed, shocker, Cook County President Tony Preckwinkle laid off 300 county workers and won't fill 600 other positions due to the reduced expected tax collection, just for the second half of this year. As a Cook County constituent, which you both are, pretend that you're leaving Tony Preckwinkle a voicemail and tell her what you think. Shakira.
Well, I appreciate that because, like Shakira, my hips will not lie about this. And I would go straight into it and basically say, like, what are you doing?
Well, what's the problem?
You're relying on...
Is this your voicemail you're leaving?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a long and rambling one with a high-pitched
Sounds
tone.
like ESPN radio.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, what do you know? It's
Talking about the Bears.
Yeah.
Lost the Packers.
No, listen. The fact that we're relying as a county on a soda tax to be able to...
Sweetened beverage tax.
Sweetened beverage, which doesn't include fruit juice, as I
This
saw.
is your voicemail you're leaving her?
Well, listen, it's not... I mean, come on. This is a metaphysical voicemail. I say, hey,
Wow.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Get your life together, because this is ridiculous that you're going to be charging people and expecting this to shift our entire, like, taxation bracket to be able to pay for stuff. What is it, $200 million that they hope to earn from this?
I think per year, right?
Per
Yeah,
year.
I mean-
Just insanity. Insanity. We shouldn't be relying on sweetened beverages to be able to handle our deficit.
Are you hanging up? Do you want to make sure you press one to leave
I
a voicemail?
will say for a second, and I'll say, please tax something else, and I'll tell you what to tax on my next phone call.
Okay.
I actually would be afraid to call. That I'm afraid they would see in the caller ID that I'm coming from a cell phone and give me more taxes on my cell phone. Raise my. They already just did the state. In the last budget, they just raised the taxes for cell phones at E911.
But what if you call from a landline?
Yeah, so let's pretend I'm calling from a landline.
So then they're going to increase your property taxes
Yeah,
because they assume you've got a home.
they're going to get you so one way or the other. We'll get to that later. They're going to get you one way or the other. They're going to go for that grab for cash. But
Hashtag.
hashtag. My voicemail would be, hey, just come on and admit it. Get out there on Cook County building, wherever the Cook County building is, the commissioner building is. Get out up front, get your little blowhorn, and speak on the microphone, and just tell the citizens of Cook County, hey, we're robbing you blind. We're just here. Just be honest with me. Just be honest. Hey, this is not a tax to help be healthier, Cook County. This is just, hey, we're corrupted. We need to plug a hole somewhere in the sinking ship called Cook County. Hey, let's get the people buying soda and frappuccinos at Starbucks. Let's get everybody. Let's just.
But I think they kind of are, aren't
then
they?
I would hang up.
Oh, you would hang up after
Yeah,
that.
hang
Okay.
up, yeah.
Because I kind of think they are being honest, because nowhere when I was doing research on this did they bring up the fact that they're hoping this makes people healthier. Like, that was never...
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's always like, we're looking to make $200 million a year, but also, by the way, you might get a little bit healthier by not drinking soda as much. I mean, they know people aren't going to give up soda, and look at you. I mean, like, you hoarded.
Yeah, they got me. I went to Costco and bought like 40-something
Right,
cans.
exactly.
They're not going to get me. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Until 3 days later when you're all out of those 40-something cans.
No, but the court just ruled a couple of days ago that this is not going to happen until August, if it happens at all. There's another continuance or whatever.
So, do you think when it goes live in August, because it will, that it's they're going to charge retroactively?
No, I think it's not going to happen. I think they're going to find some constitutional measure, some way here in the state. This tax is not going to happen.
So do you think, since you're Mr. Soda over here, or Mr. Coke, I guess it's called, do you think that taxing cigarettes was a good idea?
I mean, I think this should be first of all,
Do you think
cigarettes
it was a good idea?
I don't know. I don't smoke, so I'll start with that. That my knowledge is secondhand. Figures
Okay, all right. Okay.
what
Oh,
a
boy.
pack of cigarette is. But it comes to a point that enough is enough, right? So a pack of
They
cigarettes.
just started taxing soda.
No, they haven't taxed it. But a cigarette, first of all, that's cancer. This is joy in a can.
I'm
It's
sorry.
not
You're
cancer.
sweet. That's
This-
cancer.
yeah, this
Part
is
two
This is
definitely
not
like
good,
Boogaloo.
sweet. Number two, what's going to end up happening is these people are going to go to Indiana. Other states are going to benefit from our, cash grab here.
Sorry, no.
People are going to go to Indiana to buy their cigarettes. That's what they're doing now.
We're not talking about cigarettes. You think that people are going to drive to Indiana to buy soda?
People already go to different counties to go shopping because the sales tax is cheaper. Eventually, people are going to go somewhere
So what's
else.
the extra? What's the marginal cost for you to get to Indiana, load up your SUV Suburban with like 4,000 cans,
Yeah, well,
and then drive back? How much
I'm
gas is
going
that
to
going
have
to
to
cost
do
you
the
plus time?
calculations, but if I find myself in the crossroads of America, aka Indiana, or in pure Michigan, you bet your dollar I'll be stocking up at Costco and Walmart on Coke Zero.
So wait, you could technically just go to DuPage County or Lake County.
If I knew where those counties were at, sure, I would
You
go
could drive
there.
up to Kenosha
Yeah,
and get
yeah.
yourself a Coke
If I
Zero.
find myself on the road outside of Cook County and they're charging a penny per ounce, I will get my stuff somewhere else, one way or the other.
Man.
Yeah, I just
How
think
about
it's.
gasoline?
Well, no, let's. I mean,
Do you do that too? Do you go out of state or out of?
if
county
if
for
I
that?
know my trip is taking me somewhere,
Oh, so it's
sure.
convenience. It's a marriage of convenience,
Yeah.
so to say.
I
So
don't
you're
like-
going to pay it.
I
What
don't
you just
drive-
are
yeah.
saying is you'll pay it when you walk down the street, or
Sadly,
you take an Uber over to the 7-Eleven.
I'm not sure about sadly. Yes, if I'm gonna buy a soft drink in Cook County, I will have to pay the tax like everybody else. I don't think this will be a black market for tax, but I think we're focused. Yeah, I don't think it's a black market for soda.
You could start that.
Yeah,
Maybe I could.
You can
yeah.
hoard it up in the crossroads
Hey,
of
where'd you
America.
get your soda from? I got it from the Cuban.
But wait until this hits. You guys are just. This is just 12 cents for a can. These restaurants, those syrup things, it's going to double the price of those things.
All right, Papa John, calm down.
Just saying.
Listen,
Just
coming
saying.
at it and said, like, I gotta raise the price of my pizza so I can pay people and get them health insurance.
You
Come
know
on,
what?
man.
When they stop doing unlimited refills, then you'll see you'll have a problem.
But that's not my problem. They're gonna come out and I'm like, you know what? Here, they're gonna limit my refills, and I'll say thank you because
Oh.
I'm gonna
Hear
drink
that?
too much soda.
So you need somebody to tell you how to feel
There we
and
go.
guide you, right? You need somebody.
Listen.
You can't. You're like the goldfish. Oh well, there's a soda. I gotta drink it. I don't know how to quit.
I'm sorry. Who hoarded Coke Zero in their office? I mean, like, don't come at me like that.
Exactly, but I'm not the one saying, "Hey, save me from myself." I'll save myself. I'll save myself. I know. I know what my 44 pack from Costco is at. Don't worry. It's a tightly controlled inventory. But just remember, don't let the government do something once that you don't want them to come back to do again.
So land on the moon?
Yeah, so once they start taxing the soda, who knows what's next,
Well, we're about to get to that.
We'll find out.
We're finding out right
Yeah.
now.
You haven't left your voicemail yet for the
Yeah. What's your voicemail?
your cell phone battery dead?
Pretty much. I was working on a song and it didn't turn out, so kind of like, yeah, well, basically, yeah. So what I would say to her on my voicemail, ring, ring, ring. Like one of those old school ones.
Yeah, it's like,
I think I have one here now. In fact,
Are
like,
those
somewhere.
also playback music? Like when you call, you hear the ring or the
Rotary
song?
phone, yeah.
Yeah.
She campaigned in 2010 to eliminate the extra 1 cent tax on sales tax in Cook County. The Stroger sales tax. Then she went back after 3 years and reenacted it. I think it was half a cent.
Yeah, it went up half a cent. Yeah.
And then now it's gone up again another half a cent back to where it was.
Yeah.
So I mean, she's a total hypocrite. Hey, if you run for office, go on camera now. What are you going to do to cut our taxes as Cook County constituents?
Well, I'll see.
that you're in
yeah, no,
running Cook County, but you might.
Yeah, I mean, I think Is that the voicemail or the question?
No, I clicked.
Oh, we didn't hear you hang up.
Yeah.
So to be honest, she's probably still hearing this.
Yeah, she might be. It's kind of like one of those butt dial
Yeah,
things.
right.
You know, it's just, she's just listening in.
I mean, at some point, they have to, just. I'm glad that the government. I'm glad that laying off people in the DA, Cook County, and the Sheriff's Department has actually become a conversation. Because then people are finally realizing, oh, you know what? You're enacting a tax. Because let's walk through this tax for real quick, right? So the tax is supposed to discourage people from drinking soda because it makes it more expensive. You want people to be healthy. Yet, you're counting on your little Excel spreadsheet, row 77, column B, hey, I need this much revenue from that tax.
That's what I was saying. That's why I was saying it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so you're basically...
It's counterintuitive.
Yeah, no, it's again, let's replay my voicemail. Just admit that you're just robbing the people blind of the Cook County.
Well, it's not even that they're just robbing. They're robbing us because they know that we're just a bunch of losers who are going to continue to drink.
I don't know about that,
All right, well, let's take this. Take Charlie's soda SUV Suburban on a trip here to the closing question. So, following on the heels of the Chicago bag tax, which is another one of our favorite taxes around here.
Big fan.
What will be the next?
It has been a fail.
It's been a success. We already talked about this.
Not in the revenue department, which is what the county and the city care
But no,
about.
they didn't do it. Well, hey, look. Let's be honest here.
Maybe a separate discussion.
Yeah,
the web-only discussion.
Yeah, maybe the after show on Instagram.
The after Instagram Live.
All right. What will be the next jurisdiction to levy a new tax, and what will be taxed? Brett Favre.
Jurisdiction, I think it's going to stay in Cook County. And the reason I think it's going to stay in Cook County is because they know that this soda tax isn't going to pan out. So they need to tax something else.
Well, and it's got to be a big enough tax that they're going to generate a lot of revenue.
A lot of revenue on it. And I thought about this. Initially, I was thinking it was going to be ketchup. They were going to tax ketchup because it's a real Chicagoan thing. People can get behind it, a little bit. And who's really going to get burned on ketchup? Tourists. Because if you're from Chicago, you're not putting ketchup on your hot dogs, right? Tourists are the ones who are going to get burned on that. So that's why I thought it could be ketchup. Then...
Oh, this is like a three-sided dinner.
Yes. Then I thought that they were going to add an additional tax to driving a car, right? And the reason I thought this is you get your city sticker, you got all this kind of stuff. They're going to put a way out there to rob you.
Shocker, Todd, they did when they fixed the budget last week. They bumped up the gas tax, so thank you.
And here's... Now what's going to happen next is they bump up the gas tax. People are going to start riding bikes. Then they're going to start taxing you to ride your bike. Okay? This is just a reoccurring theme. They're going to keep pushing it up the ladder. Cook County's going to get their money no matter what, whether it's through your soda or through a helmet tax or something like that.
So when does your show on Fox come on to replace Papa Bear Bill O'Reilly, who was the last great anti-taxer?
It's right as soon as Sean Hannity is gone, and I'm in conversations to get him off the air. Once he's gone, that's when I pop on.
All right, Papa Bear, here we go.
Brett Favre kind of hit on the tax that I think is going to happen next. It's going to be the city of Chicago, and it's going to be a bike tax. The great progressive city of Portland just enacted the nation's first bike tax. They originally were going to do a 4 to 5% tax per bike. They're doing a $15 flat fee. But get this, only on bikes with tires of 26 inch and larger. So basically adult bikes. Kids, I guess, can ride for free. So they expect, they...
Just like Applebee's.
Yeah, they expect this tax will be, get this, $1.2 million in its first year. And they're going to funnel that money to a new program. And here's why I find that ridiculous. So you're taking, I understand, if you want to tax cigarettes, soda, and bags, in theory, and alcohol, vice taxes, sure. But now you mean to tell me that you're going to take the healthiest people, less impact on infrastructure, and tax those people? That will be the Chicago way.
What do you mean less? By the way, I want to congratulate both of you for confirming what I said last year to Ryan Greaves about eventually the city taxing bikes.
Yeah.
First of all. Secondly, what are you talking about? The low impact on infrastructure. The city of Chicago, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Spent $4.5 million in the 2016 budget on bike lanes.
Yeah.
Who's going to pay for that?
It's not like
Why are
they're-
the bicyclists not going to pay for it? They should be paying double.
Yeah, it's not like they're ripping the road up and building new roads and calling these bike lanes. They're basically painting and putting a bike lane.
No,
somebody
some
has
of
to
them
paint.
they are, and
And?
some of them they're also they're building little like
Curbs.
yeah, that's what
But
they're
those might be
Again,
state roads.
I
by
think,
the way.
relatively speaking.
All right. Well, I of course had the bike tax a year and a half ago, trademark, but I came up with another one that I think is actually even better. This is a brand new one. So the Cook County is going to implement a dog owner tax. Why are they going to implement a dog owner tax? Because dog owners don't clean up after their dogs, and what happens? We have to pay for rat abatement in this city, this great city of ours. And so Chuck and the people at the City of Chicago Rat Department, Rat Patrol people, their salaries have to come from somewhere, and I believe, as a non-dog owner, they should be taxing the dog owners who are the ones creating this problem.
So, what percentage? How are they going to figure out the tax? Per dog? Because there already is a registration for dogs.
Yep, they're going to, on top,
It's a percentage.
Weight of the dog, and see.
Yeah, absolutely.
The weight
because
of
it
the owner.
matters.
The weight of the owner, yeah.
Because if they're drinking too much soda, they
Yeah.
could double
Oh,
tax
there
them.
you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.